I'm talking today to Juanita Clark, who is from the FTTH Council Africa. Juanita, nice to talk to you. A rare chance to have a chat with you live here in Warsaw. Very interesting you were talking about some of the communities in South Africa that are taking the initiative with fibre optic deployment.
Yes, Brian, it's actually very interesting. You know, we've been deploying fibre optic infrastructure for years along all the national routes and along many of the metro routes. And the end users have been asking for years, where's this fibre optics and when are they going to see the benefit of it? And in 2014 we had a couple of cases of communities taking the lead, writing tenders, adjudicating tenders, selecting operators, and these communities are deploying their own infrastructure and bringing FTTH to their neighbourhoods. It's really fantastic.
That's amazing. What led them to do that? I mean, it's a real initiative, isn't it?
Absolutely, I agree. In Africa, some of your drivers for FTTH are very different. So we find that security, camera surveillance, it's a bandwidth intensive application, is one of the bigger drivers. You know, communities want security, and they're using fibre as as deploying it all over for security surveillance. And while you're doing that, you might as well have the fastest internet speeds available and all the other applications and fantastic things that FTTH brings you.
Of course, yes, of course, that's a good point. And just talk about the wider region, because outside of that you must have some sort of major challenges.
Yes. Cross-border penetration, still a challenge. If you look at the maps of Africa, you'll see that Central African regions still don't have the fibre optic reach that they should have. There's several operators that are doing fantastic things around that. You know, they are really going all out to get across the borders, but we still have to educate African governments and policymakers and get them to open the borders so that we can get fibre to everybody.
But you're seeing a few initiatives by the sound of it. I mean, are you confident that you'll sort of eventually get there and help Africa keep pace with the rest of the world?
I don't think we have a choice. We have to, because fibre has got such fantastic benefits for continents like Africa. It's exactly these communities, you know, the poorer communities, that will have the most benefit out of FTTH or fibre, simply because of e-education and e-health, and it's really the poor that benefit from it. So if we can educate our governments and get them to invest in high bandwidth networks so that we can support our rural communities, they are the ones that's going to reap the benefits out of it.
Well, good luck with it, and thank you very much for talking to us.
Thanks for having me, Brian.
So that was Juanita Clark, a woman on a mission to bring FTTH wider into Africa.